Hi everyone, this is Yari and welcome to my life.
In today's episode, I will happily be your unpaid therapist and I will come up with some things that helped me improve my mental health. And I want to share them with you. Maybe somebody needs to hear this or see this. And if you feel like you need these things, please keep watching this video because it might help you. Okay, so first I need to start with breathing. I used to have a lot of panic attacks. Sometimes I'm still having them, but it's fine. I discovered these techniques on YouTube that if you know how to breathe, it's actually calming you down so you don't need to panic anymore, and it's really helping. Also, this applies even when you are home alone or wherever you are alone, or it can happen like when you are with your friends. If you have somebody next to you, that's actually better, but it's very important that person to be aware on how to give you advices or how to calm you down or give you the space to calm yourself down. So breathing exercises are very helpful, and it's actually very relieving after you do some exercises. It's actually helping. Next thing is reading. As a kid, I always liked reading. I loved reading. I still do, but for a certain period of my life, I didn't have this habit anymore. I didn't have time to dedicate it. I mean, it's not that I didn't have time. I didn't want to read because I did other extra things, so I neglected this one. But I realized later on in life that it's a very good habit, and it's something that stimulates my creativity, stimulates my mind, helps me focus, and I re-implemented this habit. In the beginning, I think here it's like the opinions are split, because in the beginning I was very tough with myself. I used to set unrealistic goals, like I will read 10 pages a day and I will commit to the habit. I started committing for like few days, and after that I just quit, or I forgot about reading because I didn't have like this implemented in my routine. But now it's not that I'm pushing myself to do it, like it is mandatory, but it's not necessary that I need to read 10 pages or 50 pages. It's necessary to be able to find time and read, and to not have a day not reading. So for me, it worked like this. It didn't work with a bigger goal, but this depends on everybody's motivation and discipline. The third habit that helped me improve my mental health is practicing sports. I mean, being active, not necessarily like, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not going every day to the gym. I try to be active. I try to commit to 10K steps a day. And if I cannot commit to the 10K steps, I try to do some stretching, some Pilates at home, or go to the gym and exercise, or go outside and run. I don't have like a certain routine. I just make sure that I try to stay active every day. Of course, there are some days when I'm not able to, because of the medical problems, I'm not able to get out of the bed and actually move a lot, but I try to stay indoor and incorporate things in my routine, so I make sure I stay active. The fourth thing is writing. As a kid, I loved writing, and I kept journaling on paper when I was a kid. Sometimes I still do it on paper because I love being classy. But to be honest, it's somewhere hidden in my house, and I I keep forgetting about it, but I try to make sure that I am writing something every day on my phone or on the laptop, or at least write some notes to myself. And it's like very helpful. It's very helpful because you actually put your thoughts on paper. You write them down, you can visualize them after rereading them, and it's like you can visualize them after like 1 month, after 1 year. For example, it's very helpful to me to look back at my old self and re-visualize the step that I was, like the stage that I was 1 year ago or 3 years ago, to see the statement, like my mind statement that I was in a few years ago. And it's like a very important thing to look back to myself and realize that I am great. I do a lot of great things. I try to be better day by day. And it's very helpful for me, at least. The next thing is praying. I'm a religious person and a very spiritual one, and I do believe in God. And to me, it was like a lifesaver when I started praying every day. I didn't start praying just because something happened to me, like I had a bad life or certain things happening. Of course, I had like certain things happening to myself, like I wasn't in a right mental state back then. But as a kid, I was taught about like praying every day because you have this connection with God. I don't want to lie, I'm not going to the church so often, but I do go when I feel I want to. But just praying every day, it makes me feel safer, stronger, powerful, and it's like the connection that I have with God. Like speaking with God is the best thing that happened to my life. And as an adult, because as a kid, you have this special connection, you're pure, you don't know what evil is. Or even if you are in a household that is like a negative environment for you, praying, it's something that can actually save your life. God saved me so many times, and just because he showed me signs that I should not be in a certain place, or something happened and I could not actually go to a certain place. So he saved me a lot of times. I love God so much, and I think that this is something that whenever you feel alone, you actually are not alone. You have God that you can go to and speak about your problems, and you will see that God will give you clarity. But this is just if you are a religious person, like if you have faith in something. I think faith saves people from so many things. Maybe you don't believe in God. Maybe you believe in the universe. Maybe you believe in a certain entity. Maybe in each religion is different. It's important to have faith in something, because faith gives us power, gives us something special that we can move on further in life whenever we feel like we're down or when we are alone. We are not. And a lot of people are experiencing bad things on this earth, or they don't feel good, or they feel anxiety, they have real problems. Like, I'm not saying that I'm unhappy because I couldn't buy something that I wanted today, but I am happy to be alive, because a lot of people are on the hospital's bed and they are praying to have our lives, and we are privileged to have this life. It's just that we are not realizing how lucky we are. One is practicing gratitude. Every day I am grateful for my life. Every day I take 1 or 2 minutes to be thankful, to be grateful, to accept the life that I have, to visualize myself in the future, and to recharge my batteries, because we all need this. Ambitious people in general need this thing. So practicing gratitude is something very important. Okay everyone, I hope this video was very helpful and useful for you. If you liked it, please keep watching, and I will come up with a lot of other subjects related to personal development, self-esteem. Okay, so see you next time. Bye.